Hi, in 5th lesson, we will learn how to generate a service and use a service to get the data. We will create a user service to list the user on a page. So let's see how we can do it. We want on the contact page to show a list of users using service. So let's generate a service first. To generate a service, we will use Ionic generate command. Let's copy this and paste it. Our user service is now generated in this directory. Let's open the code. So if you see, we have an API folder with a user service. We want to use this service to list some users. Let me create a function here. We will return some sample data. This data will contain a list of users. Now, we have created a variable data, which is a list, and this list contains a username and an email address. Let's return this. Okay, now we want to use this service inside our page to list these information. So we go to our page. Now we will use the lifecycle event to call the service automatically once the page is loaded. So let's call the service here. To use the service, we first need to import the service. So let's do it. Now we can see the user service is imported. We have added a dependency. Now we will use this as a reference to call our service. Now we have called the getUser to get the data. Let's create a variable to store that data. Whatever is returned, we will save it into the users. Now, we have the users data inside this variable. Let's iterate over this in the page HTML to show the users on front end. Let me create a list. Now we will use a list component to list the user. Let's use ion list to list our users and its name. Let's remove extra items. We want to loop through all the users, so let's use ng4 for that. We want to get an item off from the user list. Now we will use Angular structure to show the user data. We will show username and email. We want to use ngIf so that once user is available, we can show them. Let's save it. Let's go to the page and we can see the users. So this data is shown over the front end. So this is how we create a service and wire them and use them at a particular page.